Alright, so I did my internship at Apex Hitting Facility, which was in Lafayette, Louisiana. My supervisor was Brooks Batto. He was a former MLB baseball player who played with the Tampa Bay Rays. So, as you can see, with this internship, we did 3 different phases of the game. We did a hitting aspect of the game, we did a pitching aspect of the game, and we also did a fielding aspect of the game as well. So throughout this high points, they had some major high points of this internship. First of all was getting the knowledge of training from a former MLB player. Like stated before, Brooks played with the Tampa Bay Rays, so he knew exactly what he was talking about, and he also played for Florida State University, where he is known for his fielding and his hitting as well. Learning different quirks of how to teach different ages. This is big, especially with Brooks, because it taught me, from watching him, it taught me how to be able to teach all different ages. So we teach kids from 5 years old all the way up to college age. And so it's cool to see how he's able to teach these kids and help them relate their baseball skills to different things that they can kind of see and feel and act on. So it's nice to be able to have someone that can have different quirks of how to teach someone who's 5 or 6 years old instead of someone who's in college and explaining it all the same way, because some people might not be able to understand it as easily. Learning how to train middle school, high school, and college athletes. So although it seems kind of the same, middle school athletes need more of a fundamental and a training standpoint coming from just learning the different techniques and learning the different fundamentals. High school is where you take those fundamentals and you act on them and you develop them for future games and future levels of playing. And then you have your college athletes who have exceeding amounts of skill and athleticism with those fundamentals and those techniques, but you're helping them develop them for their next step, which could possibly be Major League Baseball. And then you see the benefits of stretching and exercises. So stretching and exercises is very, very important. If you don't stretch or you don't exercise properly, you're not going to be able to play long for your long career, because you might end up getting injured or you might get hurt because of the fact that you're not stretching your muscles properly or you're not exercising them out as well as you should. And then making home exercise and stretching programs for athletes. This was really, really cool, because you can teach an athlete, or you can try to train an athlete in their little lesson that you're having. But if you don't send them home with a home exercise or a home stretching program, then they won't benefit as well as if you would do this with them. So the home exercise and the home stretching program, what we would do is we would just make them exercises and make them different stretches that they can do by themselves in their room or whatever that they can do just for themselves, and we would have them just do that throughout the week or whenever they could. That way it would help benefit them further in the long run. And then establishing a relationship with the athletes. So if you just go there and you teach a lesson with them and then they leave, then it's kind of hard for them to relate to you and things like that. So if you are friendly to them and you develop a friendship with them, then you're able to kind of develop a relationship that helps you and helps them with their training. Then you had some other low points of the internships, which were the athletes, the attitude of the athletes. And so some of these athletes had an attitude of, oh, I feel like I'm too good to be here, or I don't want to be here, or things like that. And you kind of have to make sure that you pull them off to the side and kind of talk to them and make sure that they know that you're trying to help them as much as you can, but you can only do that if they have a good attitude back towards you. And then sometimes you see parents trying too hard, so they're trying to give their kids tips or something while you're trying to train them, and you just have to let the parents know in a very nice and friendly way that, look, this is the time for me to take care of your kid and to try to train them, so I just need you to let me focus as much as I can. And then you have some parents who don't care enough, and they don't they're just there for the ride, and they just give their kids to you just for a little while so they can have time to themselves. And then the length of lessons. Sometimes I feel like the lessons got too long, and sometimes I feel like the lessons are too short based on the enthusiasm of the kid who was taking a lesson with us. And then for the special project, for the special project, I designed different exercises and drills and put them into action, seeing different benefits and consequences of how the kids react to those exercises. I feel like my special project was beneficial to my internship site because it it was something that was fun for the kids. It was something that was fun for us to do, and my supervisor wants to continue doing these drills and exercises, and he wants to continue doing the summer camp that we started in the following years because the athletes benefited from it. My site was a really great experience. I got to learn so much from my supervisor as far as exercises and drills and knowledge about teaching and coaching kids and the style and the way that each level of athlete needs to be trained in order to benefit from their and keep their focus on the right track. And then it helped me develop my confidence because it it allowed me the confidence to critically, not critically, but constructively criticize athletes and give them a feedback of how they should be developing in their different skills and in their different aspects of the game. And then it definitely 100% confirms my career choice of why I feel like I should eventually become a coach or a trainer once I graduate with my bachelor's degree from Louisiana College. Thank you.